Hello class, this is Demetrius Wilson, BA 121, our sales course. We are now on to Chapter 3, the power of building relationships, putting adaptive selling to work. In this day and age, you can't just send an aggressive sales force out to sell things. You need adaptive and personalized selling in order to make certain sales, especially those that will bring you a large amount of money and a huge commission. So in the video right along, the video The Power of Relationships features Tanya Murphy, General Sales Manager at WBEN-FM. She discusses the importance of relationships in the selling process. So be sure to, as you go through the course, through the electronic textbook, click on that link, watch the video. The discussion questions for that video right along, evaluate the importance of building relationships in the selling process. As a customer, I want you to recall a situation where the salesperson's approach was more like a trusted friend. Analyze the approach taken by the salesperson and its influence on your purchase decision. So obviously we're going to look at a more consultative, more adaptive selling process that you were involved in and kind of explain what worked for you, what you liked, what you didn't like. Chapter objectives, understand why relationships are so important in selling, explain how relationships bring value through consultative selling, identify who wins in the triple win relationship model, well everybody wins, explain how networking builds relationships and businesses, explain the concept of adaptive selling and how to use it. You want to understand the social style matrix and how it can help you be more effective in sales, and understand the role of relationships and networking in your job search. The power of relationship selling. To be successful in selling, you have to make selling personal. They don't buy the product, they buy, your services or the products from you. They're buying, in essence, you, and you just happen to be selling the product. Because other people can sell the product, that you're selling or the service that you're selling as well. People do business with people, not with companies. I do business with you as an individual, not with a company, that's Starbucks. Relationship selling / consultative selling is working personally with your customer to understand their needs, putting their needs first, and providing consultation to help them make the best decisions for themselves or their business. And your relationship will go a long way if you can help someone make the best decision. And they'll understand that the best decision isn't always the most lucrative decision for you, but they will understand that down the line. And they'll definitely understand that and relay that to somebody if they're speaking to referrals. So from personal to problem solving, give the customers what they need rather than what you want to sell them, right? So here's what you need, sir or ma'am, not what I want to sell you because it's going to meet my commission. Brands must understand how important each moment of truth is when creating relationships with customers. So when's that moment of truth? And do I make the right decision or do I make the wrong decision? It could tarnish the relationship for forever. Moment of truth, the moment of the customer comes into contact with the brand. Example, service at the point of interaction, meeting the expectations the customer has of your brands, right? So make sure that you meet the expectations. If you under promise and over deliver, that's okay. But if you over promise and under deliver, that's not a good thing. Customer relationship allows you to bridge the gap between a customer's problem and the solution, right? So they have a problem, you come up with the solution, you may have a relationship for life. The video Biggest Sales Rule features Jeffrey Gutmer, American author, professional speaker, and business trainer. He explains that before becoming a trusted advisor, the salesperson should become a friend. Someone who, I'm going to trust somebody, but I only trust them because they're actually my friend. Consultative selling, it gives a reason to buy from you when the competition is priced lower. So like I spoke about earlier, if the competition has a lower price, why would somebody continue to buy from you? It's because they like you as an individual. Maybe they see some of their self in you. It defines the relationship before the sale, during the sale, and after the sale. CRM or client relationship management tools help you manage relationships. So customer relationship management tools, or client, customer, same thing, and they're interchangeable. So customer relationship management tools, technology solutions organize all of the customer's interactions with the company in one place, like a Salesforce.com. Makes it easier to understand the lifetime value of a customer. Starbucks uses a CRM tool to power their MyStarbucksIdea.com website. FaceTime, customer relationships and business-to-business selling. selling require face-to-face communication. They need someone right there in front of their face. Now, sometimes you can get it done without doing so, but more often, it's going to turn to a scenario in which you need to be face-to-face, shaking hands with that individual. Meeting with and entertaining customers is an important part of the selling process, right? So meeting with and also entertaining them. For relationships, the video How to Use Golf as a Business Tool features author on A Course of Business, Women in Golf. She shares her tips on using the game as a business tool. And yes, for F-O-R-E is not a typo as opposed to F-O-U-R. They're talking about the fact that all these business deals are done on the golf course, and if you don't know how to golf, then you're going to be left out. And general manager that I reported up to some time ago, a couple of years ago, she actually went out and learned how to play so that she could go play with the heads and the executives of the company. R-commerce is relationship marketing. So just like e-commerce is via the computer, R is relationship commerce. So establishes and builds mutually beneficial relationships. Little things mean a lot. Not true. Little things mean everything. Harvey McKay. So sometimes it's just those small things. But if you have relationship commerce, you're going to have to be working maybe a little bit more than you would if it was just very transactional, because you have to build that relationship, and that actually takes time, as you all know. Trust me, right? Do you trust people when they say trust me? Trust is a critical element in selling. It's built on open and honest communication. It is about building partnerships. Consultative selling is less about technique and more about trust. So back to more on Trust Me, the video introducing Jeffrey Gitmer's Little Teal Book of Trust provides highlights of the breakthrough book. Through the book, Jerry has asked two important questions. Who do you trust and who trusts you, right? Do the lists look the same? Do they look very different? Is nobody on both lists? It all depends. Under promise and over deliver. We had talked about this earlier. The best salespeople say that they will do something by a certain day, and then not only do they do it, but they deliver it one day early. Aren't you always happy when your Amazon package gets there a day earlier than they said? And it's that same type of thing. It'll take you a long way. Trust is built between salesperson and customer, and the relationship goes to the trust level into partnership. So I want to partner with you. I want to collaborate with you on this project. So when times are tough, deliver bad news using the following practice: open, honest, and timely communication, right? So you have to have what they call bad news skills. I have to be able to deliver a bad message. Anybody can deliver a good message because all pandemonium is going to break loose and everybody's going to be happy because of the good message. But who can actually deliver that tough message and that bad message to everybody and still stay pretty calm? The good news about bad news, the video Customer Service 5 Ways to Deliver the Bad News features Sally Cordova from McKee Consulting. She discusses the 5 ways to deliver bad news the right way. So triple win, as discussed in the chapter objectives earlier, is the ultimate relationship. So triple win, all parties in a relationship win: you, your customer, and your company, and the organization or organization. So everybody ends up winning, which is a good thing. It results in more businesses with your existing customer base because you have become a partner in solving their problems, and it brings you new business in the form of referrals, right? So you're getting referrals in, and you're also keeping them as a client, whereas last year maybe you didn't keep them as a client just because things weren't going that way. It plays a significant role in a negotiating process. So when you're negotiating, you have that ultimate triple win, mentality. When you're negotiating, things are going to go well if everybody's on the winning side. Like you say, a win-win situation. That's what we're looking for, not necessarily a win-lose situation. So how do you bring value? So you have to think about how you bring value within your company, but also think about how you bring value in your scholastic life and your personal life. Just think about that. The video Give Value First features by Jeffrey again. She discusses the importance of providing value to customers without any expectation, right? So am I going to provide value to you and you didn't even expect it? Yes, because a lot of times you'll get very happy about that and definitely stick with the company, as opposed to just saying, oh, no big deal. So explain with examples the difference between value-added services provided to the customers and giving value to the customer. A flat 50% off offer on apparel brand is a promotional tool and not a value-added service, which is able to substantiate. So think about that. So if it just says it's 50% off, it's a promotional tool to get everybody in the door, but it's not distinct to one customer. So networking relationships that work for you. Networking is the art of building alliances or mutually beneficial relationships. I'll tell you right now, didn't network as much as I should have in school, and still sometimes I struggle to network as much as I should. Networking is a requirement to stay competitive because it's virtually impossible to do your job alone. And building strong relationships with customers is an excellent way to build your network. So networking tips of the trade. Start with people you know. Join and get involved in professional organizations. Great advice. Attend industry events. More great advice. Keep in touch. Create a profile on the major professional social networks. Be proactive and mind your manners. Twitter sales. As we know, social media is taking over a lot of things these days. The video How to Use Twitter to Network Before a Conference features Mig Pascal. He tells the story on how he used Twitter to engage and build professional relationships with people online prior to meeting them in person at a conference. So it's a great way to go about finding a little bit of intel on somebody first. Putting adaptive selling to work. Adaptive selling, when a salesperson adapts, changes, and customizes his or her selling style based on the situation and the behavior of the customer, right? So everything's, like you say, step by step, day by day, hour by hour. It may work for Joe A, but Joe B, it's not necessarily working for them. So you have to be adaptive. You have to move this way for A and this way for B. The cornerstone of adaptive selling is understanding diversity or the different ways people actually behave. So how do you behave? And that's how I'm going to turn around and act accordingly. So I'm going to increase this for you real quick. Pull it up some. And we'll talk about these in a second. Increase a little bit more. There we go. So we have our analyticals, they want to know how. Our drivers, they want to know what. Our amiables, they want to know why. And our expressives, they want to know who. All right, so we're going to go over all these different characteristics and see if you see yourself in any of those or if you see others in there. The social style matrix, analyticals, they want to know how, and these are all of them listed. We just went over drivers, they want to know what. Amiables, they want to know why. And expressives, they want to know who. Who can I speak with? Social style matrix, so I want you guys to take, now it's not a quiz, but I want you to do this exercise yourself. So I'm going to read the box in the middle. You guys look at the other four boxes, see where you land. Each box represents traits of one of four special styles: analytical, driver, amiable, and expressive. Identify which style each box represents, right? So you have the answers right up there, but you have to figure out which box it goes in. Selling style survey. So you want to always look at these, and in our company, just as plenty and mostly all companies send out a questionnaire or survey or something like, hey, how did things go? Well, they went terrible because, you ripped my refrigerator out. I couldn't use the refrigerator. You ripped the sink out, stuff like that. So you have to think about the different styles that are available there. So if you just increase this a little bit as well. And this is more, I want you to look at these on your own. These are more on those different types. Obviously, the first one being analytical. Then you have your drivers, then your amiables, and your expressives. So you can learn a lot about where you stand, where you lie in here, or where someone else does by looking at what these traits are and do you match. And always be honest with yourself. Don't ever, try and cheat it, because the test, it's not worth anything, but it's worth something in a manner in which it actually helps you to learn more about yourself and learn more about others that maybe you're working with. So what is your selling style? Take the Keirsey temperament sorter to determine your social style. This is pretty cool, something I'm going to do at work as well. We're going to go through and take the test, and we're going to figure out, what's our selling style. The Keirsey treatment or temperament sorter is the most widely used personality instrument in the world that helps individuals discover their personality type. So telling you, if you notice, and I say this every chapter, at the end they have a section about selling yourself, right? Because that's very, very important. So selling you, networking, the hidden job market. There's a lot of hidden jobs out there that you probably will never see just because people want to promote from within. So networking, hidden job market. So 6 power networking tips. So networking with confidence or network confidence, join professional organization, create your own networking list, know what to say, online professional social networking, and follow up. I will admit I'm lacking in mostly everything in that category. Social networking tips: make yourself stand out. So you've got that check. Publicize your profile somewhat. Ask for recommendations. Have those. Join group and create content. All right. So if you want to collaborate on those, if not, just look at them for what they are. Say these are good networking tips, and these are good social networking tips. When you're just talking, shooting the breeze with everybody, these are signing up for some type of thing within your industry and going there to mingle. Sample networking list. I want you to read that on your own. So if you're watching the video, pause it. Increase this, look at it. If not, just go there in your electronic textbook. It should be towards the end of chapter 3 as well. Very, very important that you review this and understand it. Sample email for networking. So it has a sample email there for you. How much better can it get? So you want to take that, emulate that letter. LinkedIn is a business-oriented social networking site mainly used for professional networking. Power of Selling Group is active on LinkedIn. All right, so if you don't have a LinkedIn account, you might want to work on that. Lastly, our summary. So relationships are vital to success in most selling situations. When you understand what the customer wants and needs, you can provide solutions to help your customer meet his or her goals. Adaptive selling occurs when you adapt and customize your selling style based on the behavior of the customer, right? Customer didn't like this, let's go this direction. Networking is about exchanging value, not collecting business cards, right? So hopefully that all makes sense right there at the summary as it wrap it up in a nice nutshell. So that's it for chapter 3. Remember, we're moving on to chapter 4 during this week. So 2 chapters this week, 3 and 4. And then shortly after that, not sure what day, but we'll be having a test on chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4, your very first test. So that's it for me, and that's it for chapter 3. Hopefully you guys have a good day and a great week.